Last question back. A couple things are concerning. First, that we talked about before, is that House Republican Conference decides to bring this up before they want to address economic issues, rising grocery prices, rising costs of living that Americans are facing. We believe fundamentally in the fairness of sports. Members of the House Democratic Caucus, some of them played Division I sports. Many people have been shaped by being sports parents, and we kind of view it through that prism first. But we cannot stand and allow politicizing kids' sports to be used as a political tool. But to your question, what is most offensive about the legislation is that it doesn't distinguish girls' sports at what age. It doesn't distinguish whether you're an Olympic athlete, an NCAA player, a high school sports player regulated by your state, or whether you're just playing soccer as a 4-year-old or 5-year-old down the street. It potentially could lead to inspections, individuals raising concerns, and how you proceed with that is something that is concerning to the House Democratic Caucus. And so that's why, we felt that this is the GOP Child Predator Empowerment Act, and this puts kids at risk, whether you play gymnastics, whether you play football, or whether you're a wrestler. This puts you at risk. Kids as young as 4 could be asked for personal inspections. There is nothing in the bill that talks about parental consent of those inspections. There's nothing in the bill that talks about at what level an inspection is necessary. That is concerning. That will be abused, and that is overwhelmingly the position of House Democrats, and why we have strong reservations about the legislation. Look, being a kid, being a teenager in this world is pretty tough. I can't speak to a trans athlete or someone who has that lived experience, but I can imagine it's incredibly tough for them, and to subject them to a higher level of intimidation and scrutiny is something that is just flat out bullying. And that's nothing that we can sign up for. That's nothing that we can support. And so those of us who oppose the bill are speaking up against that. Much of this is regulated by the NCAA or by state organizations who guide these efforts. By our count, it was 10 athletes in the NCAA who have been affected by this. They have found a way to work through this. 10 athletes out of 500,000 athletes. That's the scope of what we're dealing with. So the House Republican Conference would choose to have this conversation rather than something that is more expansive, that truly helps lower costs or make people's lives better. That's what they've chosen. That's what their leadership has chosen, and that says a lot about who they are. Thank you so much.